Moshi, welcome.
Thank you.
Great to see you.
Thank
We're
you very
talking
much.
about the Dirttrapper mats.
That's
Or
right.
the rugs. Now, I actually brought mine in from home. Now, the reason I did that was because I've actually had mine for 10 years.
That's
Moshi.
quite some time.
And
That's good.
the reason I bought it, and you've improved it no end, I know, in the last 10 years. It's a lot better now than it ever was. But I showed this to Moira earlier on and she said, it looks almost like brand new. I said, well, it probably is because, you know, it's done what it says it can do. I've washed it in the washing machine. I've hosed it down. It's got the rubber backing on it.
Correct.
And I've had this sitting on the entrance to the balcony, just by the sliding door there. And I've got another one actually just outside the front door. And it grabs all the dirt, and I didn't realise. I always thought that when I went to other people's houses, their carpet looked a bit tatty. There were a few spots on it. There was high traffic marks where they'd walked, and it never happened to me, and I didn't realise it was these mats.
These mats
Tell me
actually
why
stop,
they do it.
Well, they actually grip the dirt. The fibre itself has got, it's a 100% cotton fibre.
Now,
And
mine
as you
wasn't,
stand-
was it?
No,
mine
it's
wasn't.
Not. It's polyester.
Let's get one of the new ones because
And
you've
you can actually
really...
you can feel the difference.
You've
between
really
the two.
improved it, haven't you?
We have. As you stand, and
I'll just hold
as
it
long
there
as
so
you
we can see it.
Place your foot, paw, or a wheel of a pram, the dirt and the moisture gets absorbed.
So that's the idea. I mean, you can use these anywhere in the home. You can use them in the car, in the caravan, the boat, if you're going camping, whatever you want to do. And we've got 3 sizes for you to choose from. So let me give you the details of those different sizes. First of all, $39.50. I mean, when I went to get my Moshi, the guy in the carpet shop was really helpful. He described this mat and he said to me, you would have it for years. And I didn't believe him. There's the one I got for the patio door. That's my one there. So it's actually the same size, isn't it? That large one.
Absolutely.
So I wanted that bigger area.
Well, it's wonderful to have that one big one because you can actually have, as I said, for pets, dogs, you can actually walk over the actual mat and you do not have the dirt. That's a market that people have not tapped into. The smaller mat, of course, that will be wonderful for caravans, boats, cars. The middle mat is perfect for the door, front door. The bigger mat, of course, will also work very well at the front door as well.
Now, the chap I bought mine from, he only had the one size, so I got 2 of the same size. But now I'm looking at these, I'm thinking, well, I know they work brilliantly. I know I can wash them in the washing machine. I know I can tumble dry them. I know I can hose them down. I know that yours are going to last longer probably than 10 years because I've had mine for 10 years and you've improved them.
Absolutely.
So now I'm thinking, well, the kitchen floor.
It's brilliant. By the barbecue area. As long as it's covered, it works perfectly. It grips and grabs all the moisture and dirt in the actual mat itself.
Well, let's have a look at the mat. Let's look at the construction. Let me show you down here because they've got this amazing backing on them. So apart from anything else, they don't go anywhere. I mean, mine have been on carpets and I've also had mine on tiles.
Correct.
Either way, they don't budge.
They do not budge.
And look,
what is so fantastic about them is that when you wash them and tumble dry them, when it's still warm, it actually grips onto the tile. So if, for example, an elderly person that scuffles, mats normally fold over, it actually grips and holds onto the floor.
And also, Moshi, while we're looking, we can see on the blue one here that it's got a very slimline edge, hasn't it? For a very good reason.
It is. It is to actually suits the interior of the house. You cannot leave them outside. So if you've got a front door, at your front door, you open the door, it will fit underneath.
Well, that's exactly where I had my other one when I lived in Pier 1. It was right by the front door, just before you go outside, and the second one was just inside by the patio door. But if you want one outside on the balcony, it will be okay, covered, wouldn't it?
As long as it's covered space, it will work very well.
But it doesn't matter that they get wet, though, if you want to hose them.
No, if you must hose them, one has to activate these, so they need to be washed first.
Just once when you first get them?
When you get them. You can even tumble dry as well, which most mats you do not. You cannot do.
You would think it would shrink, it would be absolutely hopeless, but you can do it. They go in the washing machine, they can be tumble dried. Now let me show you those 3 sizes because people are wanting these right now. I've never had my carpets cleaned, Moshi. I've never had to get carpets cleaned because they don't get dirty. Let's come back. Let's come back because I want to show you some demos. Limited on the large, $89.50. That is going to go any second if you want the large. 156, 163 for the large. 60 by 90. But honestly, I honestly didn't know until this morning that I was going to be talking about these. But I've never had my carpets cleaned. I've never had the high traffic areas dirty because I've had these mats and I didn't know I'd even bought one. That's the funny thing.
Well, here we
are.
are.
I had no idea.
It's more known than people actually realise.
Let's show you a demo. Let's do that because you might have people coming through with muddy boots. Now, we'll do it nice and slowly, Moshi. I want to show everyone what we've got here before we even start. I'm going to hold this up so you can see what we've got. Now, that's obviously a white bowl. We've got some mud in there and we've sprayed it with some water. So that could just be a scenario.
All mucky. And
we've come in off the street. It's been raining. And we've got our muddy shoes.
It in fact came out of your bed from outside.
Oh, thank you very much. From our lovely garden beds.
Yes.
Now, we've got here one of our mats, one of your mats there.
Precisely.
And this is a typical
grass.
Mat. Like a
grass mat.
A grass mat you might have at home with a dirty patch on it. Now, that dirty patch you can probably only hope to give it a bit of a brush or to beat it.
But you cannot wash it or tumble dry it. And the thing is, it doesn't last as long as the Amma mat would.
It really doesn't. If I'd have bought that in the year 2000, when I bought those, this would have been tossed out 2 or 3 years later.
Absolutely.
And it wouldn't have fitted under the door. The bits would have gone all over the carpet, and the carpet would have been ruined. Honestly, I'm so impressed. I'm so glad you came in today. Okay, where are we going to put the dirt? Where would you like that?
Right here.
Nice and slowly for us, Moshi.
No problem.
Just show me the bottom of your shoes very quickly. Now, they are nice and clean. Let's have a look. Let's see the foot. Nice and clean on the foot. All right, that's going to go. That's going to go in the bowl. The brown large, by the way, sold out. Gone.
Oh, really?
Already gone.
Fantastic.
Can we get some more?
Absolutely.
Great.
Never out of stock.
Okay.
And yeah, just to demonstrate the dirt on my foot, I'm going to place it on the floor here.
Right, now just hold there. Let's get a shot, and you can take your foot away. So there we are, footprint.
Okay.
Right.
I'm going to return back to the bucket.
Okay, the same left foot.
Going to wipe my foot, the same foot.
On the old mat.
And then step on.
And we're leaving the mark, and there it is.
And there it is.
So that could be your nice tiled hallway.
Absolutely.
That could be walking through your kitchen that you have just mopped.
Absolutely. And most kids, grandchildren, dogs, how many times do you actually experience that? Oh, please don't come in, I've just cleaned the floor.
And you can't tell the poor pet off. It's wagging its tail, its little wet nose.
Absolutely.
You know, and
which you adore.
Which you adore. And the little paw prints today think, oh no, I've got to clean it all again.
Well, now the dog can actually walk on it, the kid can walk on it, even your husband can walk on it.
Okay, so the left foot's in. We're going to wipe it again on one of our mats, the Dirttrapper, and off we go onto the white. And look at that. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. And I didn't know it was even doing that. So that Dirttrapper, that can then, the mat here, can then go in the washing machine. And it can be washed as many times as you like.
No, well, it can be washed as many times as you like. But in fact, you can actually pick it up or vacuum it, brush it off the first couple of times.
Yep.
Afterwards, I would actually wash it and tumble dry. But what's important is that it will have a bit of fluff the first 3-4 times of washing and tumble drying. Afterwards, it will stop, so do not worry about that.
I didn't even notice any of that. I mean, mine have been vacuumed probably more than they've been washed. They've probably been washed, I don't know, once a year or
yours
once
is
every 6 months.
So mine is
Moshi, I'm
natural.
sorry, I have to interrupt you and give everybody an update on sizes. I don't like doing that when I've got lovely guests, but we're about to go. In the large, we've got 1 left in brown, actually, and 2 left in blue. That's it for the large, 60 by 90. The medium, which is now the most popular, we have 50% gone in blue and 72% gone in brown. 156, 162. That's a perfect size. All right, now brown has gone in the large Dirttrapper, 60 by 90. 1 left in the blue. And honestly, come and look at the colours down here because they're colours, I think, that go really well with
wooden floors,
beige carpets, with wooden floors, with any kind of tile floor. That blue is a great blue as well. It's like a slate blue, isn't it? Grey blue.
And it complements all floors. You place them, at first when you look at it, until you place it on the floor, here we are.
I'm taking that away.
Your normal floor.
That's gone.
Precisely.
Sold out. No more calls for the large.
Well, that's fantastic. That's good news.
We will get some more.
Absolutely.
Now, but let me put my feet on this just to show you the size. I actually, now I've seen them, I actually really like that small one. I like this size here.
Yep.
This can be me standing at the sink doing the washing up with the water going everywhere.
Precisely.
Just where the dishwasher leaks.
Absolutely.
But it could even be the front door.
Front door, although this middle one
yes.
is actually perfect for the size of the front door.
It really is ideal.
It's been 75.
Do you want to step on that one for
Certainly,
us, Moshi?
I can do that.
Look at that, just to see the size. I mean, either way, we could happily wipe our feet on here. The pets can come through, the kids can come through, but we've been asked, Moshi, to see the demonstration again.
No
People
problem.
can't quite believe it.
Well, that's, now, would you like to do it yourself?
I would like to do it. I would like to do it.
Here we are.
Yes, I would. Now, this is the clean tile, everyone.
That's the clean tile.
This is the clean tile. And now, I've never done this demonstration. I've not traipsed through my house in mud. I don't think I have, anyway. Now, is my left foot in here?
Left foot on there. I would just stamp on it, just demonstrate that you've got dirt on your foot.
Yes. Dirt on the... Oh, there we are.
Not as much as mine, that's fine.
Then back into the bowl and put some more mud on.
As much as you can.
And then do I wipe it on this one?
You can wipe it on this one.
I'll wipe it on that one there.
All right.
Let me just...
I'm holding it for you.
Fair test. Right, I've wiped that there. And I go and walk.
And here we are. You got the mark
Dirt
on the
marks.
floor. Precisely. So try
Not
the one
happy,
that...
Jan.
Well, that's the...
Let's come back around.
Let's come around and try it again.
Put some more dirt on.
Perfect.
Okay. There we are. And I'll wipe it on this mat. Now, this is the Dirttrapper.
That's the Dirttrapper.
Now, this came from Denmark, didn't it?
Initially, it was designed in Denmark and was then taken to the UK.
Yes.
And then South Africa.
Is that enough wiping, do you think?
It is, it should.
Okay, well, that's... No marks. Nothing. Are we impressed, everyone? Are we impressed? Even Peter Mason's impressed, let me tell you. He's coming up next. This tile here, I'm showing you this. I want to pick this up and show you. Look, this is the tile that both Moshi and I have walked across with dirty, muddy feet, and there's not one mark on there. Not one mark. You can
try it yourself.
The medium is about to go. It is limited. 156, 162, 45 by 75. Great for the front door, great for the kitchen, the bathroom. Brown, we've got 5 left in the medium. The blue, not far behind, 5950, 156, 162. The slightly smaller one, if you want to go that way, we have that available as well. 3950, 156, 161, 3950 is all it is, Susie.
That's crazy.
With your kids, how many kids now? 3?
Yeah, 3. No, there haven't been any more since lunchtime.
And the husband.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I mean, have you got dirty spots at home on the carpet or on the
this
tile?
actually happened to me today because it's been bucketing rain in Sydney.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
my kids were all out riding their bikes last night, left their bikes out in the yard, and I went and said, hey, bring those bikes in before it rains and blah, blah. It had already rained. So in the end, they walked straight in the kitchen door, leaves, mud everywhere, and I was not happy, Jan.
Well then, this is exact for $39.50 starting price. Dirttrapper, limited, limited, limited. Last chance to grab this in the blue or the brown. We will get you some more, we promise. Down to $59.50. We've got 2 left in brown and 10 left in blue. 156, 162. And then the smaller size, I'll be getting a small and a medium. A multi-pack and save on your P&H. Get one of each. 156, 161, 40 by 60 for that size. $39.50. That also is about to sell out. But grab your medium because that is about to go.